Housing. There's a seal in here we want to change. So what we need to do is we're going to want to take the spring off here. This ends up going into the center differential, and this goes into the back housing. There's also some shims. And when you take these out, you want to make sure you put them back the same way. There is a wavy washer, like a spring, and that one goes inside. The other thing you have to do before we press this apart is this seal right here. There's a snap ring. One of those things, if you don't feel like doing it right now, that's fine. At some point it will eventually leak. Not always though. I've seen cars go 150,000 without leakage. It's just if you want to knock it out right now, it's a good idea. Just like the front output shafts. So we undo that. And this one's going to take a little bit of work, so probably have to get in here with a screwdriver and maybe some picks and get this loose. Once the snap clips off, we'll be back at the press pressing this off. Okay, now we're ready to press this off. We're going to make sure we use the bearing spreader again. I'm going to use the big pipe, it just makes it easier. We got to support it here because this whole part's coming out. I'm going to get it where it's still got room to get that centerpiece out. And there it goes. So what we're going to be changing is the seal right here. So we've shown you how to do some seals, so we're just going to pop this seal out, pop it in, press this thing back together. We're using the same 1.5 inch pipe we used before, and we're going to be pushing on the inner surface of the bearing. You got to be careful, it's not the best fit. You may even want to get a different pipe, but you got to make sure it hits the inner race in the bearing, and then you have the other piece down below. So I'm just going to watch this closely and press this on. Doesn't take a lot of pressure. That should do the trick. We know if we got it right because the snap ring will be able to go back in. Now we have this tail housing ready to go on. We press the bearing on and we know for sure we got the snap ring back in. So now we got to put this together.